Hi, hope you're all well. Had quite a few of you asking about how to play some of my songs, especially the new ones, and I haven't done a tutorial in ages. And so I thought I'd do one, and I'd start at the beginning of this new album. The first track I released was called Yesterday. So this is how you play Yesterday. Be patient with me, my theory is terrible, doesn't really even exist, and I don't fully know what I'm playing half the time, but it usually sounds all right. So I can give you the fret numbers, maybe some of the positions, I'm not too sure, but let's get going. So this song is in open D major, which I think is D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. So it should start like that, should sound like that, sorry. This is an old guitar, it might sound a bit out of tune, sorry, but that's our tuning for the song. And the main guitar part, it's a little bit fiddly. So I'm just gonna go through the chords first and we'll start with the verse. So my first position is I'm up on the 12th fret with I play with my second finger and third finger on the 12th fret of the D string and the F sharp string. Should sound like that. Alright, chord 1, down. Next chord, that's the bin lorry outside, ignore that. It's a bit of a weird off-kilter sounding chord. With that, I'm playing my middle finger on the 8th fret, my first finger on the 7th fret of the F sharp string, and my little finger on the 9th fret of the A string. Just sound like that. Bit nasty, but then it resolves into a nicer chord, the next one, which is where we just slide that same position, but we slide the middle finger and the first finger just up a fret. So just sound like that. So first chord, second chord, third chord, fourth chord. We're just going to slide this position just down 2 frets to that one. Don't do that weird step down thing that I just did though. So that's the fourth chord. First, second, third, down for 2 frets to the fourth. And then this next chord, the 5th chord, going to slide down another 2 frets, but those 3 fingers will all be on the 5th fret. Maybe play that string if you want. Alright, next chord, or should I go back? Next chord, down 1 fret. Can you see that? I'm falling off my chair. Which is similar position to that what we had further up the neck. It's the middle finger on the 4th fret of the D string, first finger on the 3rd fret of the F sharp string, and third finger on the 4th fret of the A string. Just a little nudge down. Same chord structure, again, down 2 frets. And that's the kind of run down the neck of the verse chord. So again. The strumming pattern. My favourite, simple, kind of standard. It's the only one I know, that's why I use it in everything. But it's thumb, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. And so that's what I'm doing on those chords. So the verse. Do you remember me? Ooh. We shook hands a few times. You made the drive despite the man. You say, could you come back? there are things that I regret, too much dwell and too much fret. This is where we hit the pre-chorus. So we finished that kind of like last fall down of the neck, and we're on this last chord. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to one of those kind of, again, off-kilter kind of chords. That's not too bad. But that is on the middle finger on the 6th fret of the D string, the first finger on the, the 6th fret of the F sharp string, little finger on the 7th fret of the A string. And an open D at the top. And then resolve back just down a fret to all on the 5th fret. So that's the pre-chorus to baby, come back and stay, so I can say. That's that same kind of pattern all on one fret, just down to the 2nd fret. I never meant to dwell on more than, leading into the chorus. So pre-chorus. Back again. 2nd fret. Let's put it all together. So, do you remember me? We shook hands a few times. You made the drive despite the man. Say, could you come back to me? 'Cause there are things that I regret, too much dwell and too much fret. Maybe come back and stay, so I can say I never meant to dwell on more than. Now we're into the chorus. The chorus is up on the 5th fret. I got middle finger on the 5th fret. I got my 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the F sharp string, and my little finger on the 5th fret of the A string. So that's so we're going 5th, we're going down to the 4th, apart from the 1st finger, which is on the 3rd. You'll start to notice a lot of these chord shapes have happened already in the verse or the pre-chorus. I just use them again. So all on the 5th, and then I'm going down, which is just, again, middle finger, 4th fret, 1st finger, 3rd fret of the F sharp string, little finger, 4th fret of the A string. Slide that down to the 2nd fret, and same shape, but middle finger down to the 2nd fret. So that's that fall of the chorus. Yesterday, that is just me going back and forth with my middle finger on between the D string and the A string, 2nd fret. Makes sense? I don't know if any of this makes sense, but this is how you play it. But chorus, yesterday, back and forth. Final chord of the chorus, the resolve, is I'm playing the A string open, playing the A string open. I got my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. I got my 1st finger on the 1st fret of the F sharp string, and my 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. That's like that final resolve of the chorus. That's when, after the first chorus, I go straight back up the neck into that, it's quite a long jump, quite quickly, to the start of like the second verse. So, say, did you see me trembling when my fingers slipped the notes, when dust had settled and blocked the throat? All the same, hey, could see us back again, but the day before I do, I'll be rested and primed for you. Great, baby, come back and stay, so I can say I never meant to dwell on more than yesterday. So that's where we are now, is the second, so that was the end of the second chorus, and that final chord is that resolve chord again, but it's also the first chord of the bridge. So it kind of starts down on like a 1 on that chord for the bridge. And for the bridge, oh my god, this is so hard. It's that, first chord, end of the chorus, resolve chord, and then it's going to go back, it's going to go up the neck to 2 frets. And it's just going to go back and forth like that. So that, to the end of the bridge, the last 2 chords, which is, I have got my 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the D. I've got my 1st finger barring across the 5th frets of the F sharp and A string. So that's that first one. Just to say, I never meant to dwell on more than. That second chord, I'm barring with my 1st finger across the 7th fret of the D, F sharp, and A notes, but with my 3rd finger playing the 9th fret of the A string. God, I wish I knew the chord names. So that's that. Just to say, I never meant to dwell on more than. Just to say, I never meant to dwell on more than yesterday. And that's pretty much it. This one's a tricky one. This is probably the trickiest song I think I've ever written. But I didn't really know it was tricky as I was doing it. I like this tuning. You'll find that most of the album is in this tuning. This is something quite new for me. But once you kind of get those, you'll see the chord shapes. If they're not all on, because it's an open tuning, a lot of the shapes are just on like a bar chord. It's so easy to have just a 1 finger bar chord. But then you'll start to see that some of the others, other shapes are gonna kind of repeat themselves as we go on through the tutorials. But that is how you play Yesterday. I think I've got everything. I think that was right. The kind of verse, the pre-chorus, the chorus, and the bridge. Yeah, if you've got any questions, put them below. And yeah, we'll do another, I guess, what's next? The next song will be Stay in LA. We'll do a tutorial for that. But yeah, take it easy. Hope you're doing well. Goodbye.